Right now at 5:30, a man is suffering from serious injuries this morning after a wreck in Lexington. We'll have the latest in a live report.
Also on WKYT this morning, a shooting police believe was accidental has injured a man in Garrett County. Police say it happened during a gun sale in a gas station parking lot.
Tense moments for many living near the University of Kentucky campus after shots were fired nearby.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT, and we welcome you in on a very pleasant start to the day. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith, feeling a lot like fall out there.
It really does. I mean, chilly this morning, really, as you go outside, but it's a nice feel. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. There's only one way to really do this, is you got to get a higher pressure area kind of situated right over you. What you do is you get those winds coming in from the north and northwest, and it just pumps in some cooler, drier air. It just grabs that cooler air and pulls it on down. And that's what we have. I mean, you looked across, the whole Midwest, go down toward the southeast, there's nothing going on. It's very calm, very quiet, and that's good. That's good. When you have that during the weather, it's all right. 52 now in Danville, Perryville, and Junction City. Go throughout the afternoon, it's 76 degrees. It's pretty much where we were yesterday. I do believe yesterday and today the difference will be actual feel. I know 76 and 77, they're the same pretty much, but the humidity is going to be down a little bit farther. So there you go, and we're going to be doing just fine going off into the evening overnight. Another cool one, and it looks like we might do it all over again tomorrow too. I mean, this is going to be a long stretch. I'll show you that in your 7-day in just a few minutes.
Okay, easy to enjoy. Thank you.
Happening right now, police are still on the scene of a crash in downtown Lexington. They tell us a man's been seriously injured.
This happened about 2:45 this morning at the intersection of West High Street and West Maxwell Street. That intersection, again, still shut down right there at Oliver Lewis Way. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the scene. Mark, tell us what happened there.
Good morning. Police say the driver who was hurt in this crash is now at UK Hospital in critical condition. To get an idea of just how serious this crash is, take a look over my shoulder here. You can see that crews have loaded the vehicle that was involved in this crash up onto this tow truck. Now really the back of it is the only thing that is lit well at this point, but I can tell you that on the sides there is incredibly extensive damage to the wheel hubs, to the front of this vehicle. It is amazing that this person was able to survive after this crash because the damage to this vehicle really is severe. Crews have been loading up onto a tow truck. They're getting ready to take it out of here, and I can tell you that what we can now see here is the damage that it caused to this area. Crews say that it crushed up into a light pole and this rock wall. Now crews say that because it hit that rock wall is now shattered. If you can take a look at there, you can see all of those cracks in that wall. So that tells you with the force that it crashed into the intersection here at West High and West Maxwell. Now crews are saying that this crash happened around 2:45 this morning when the driver was coming down Versailles Road and into this intersection again, West Maxwell and West High. Now crews are saying that they think that both alcohol and speed played a role in this crash. Now the crash reconstruction unit is here. They have roped off this intersection that becomes very busy every morning as thousands of commuters pour into this area. They're hoping to have this area reopened by 6 a.m. However, if you do need to pass through this area before then, I can tell you that they are allowing traffic down West High. Again, West Maxwell is closed. So the best bet, your best chance to get around this road closure here is to take one of the side streets. They are all open at this time, and my recommendation would be to follow Cross Street to get around this closed intersection here. Of course, as soon as they open the intersection, you will be one of the first to know as we keep you updated right here on WKYT and online at WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, the rush is on to see if they can get things open before the rush hour this morning. We thank you very much, Mark. And we have new information this morning on a breaking news alert that we first brought you last night on our 11 o'clock news. We have learned that a man has now had surgery after being shot in Garrett County. The shooting happened outside a Shell gas station in Lancaster just before 9 last night. The Lancaster chief of police tells us the man was shot once in the torso. He says it appears that the gun accidentally went off while one man was selling it to another. But police are still investigating.
These types of scenes are very complex, and regardless of whether it was intentional or not intentional, we treat every scene like it is an intentional shooting. We do not have that many in the city of Lancaster.
At this time, no one has been arrested, but police tell us that could change.
Those living on and near the University of Kentucky campus had quite the tense morning just a day before class is set to begin.
And somebody fired shots near campus. It prompted a campus-wide alert this morning. It all started after police say a party on Crescent Avenue got out of hand. Let's go to WKYT's Hillary Thornton live from UK Hospital with details. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. That party was taking place just a few blocks away from here at UK Hospital, where a man involved in that fight involving a fence post is now recovering. The fight triggering a campus-wide alert the day before classes start happened just before 2 this morning. Police say at least 3 men showed up to the house party but were not allowed in. Officers say during the heated altercation, the group took a wooden post from the fence around the house and hit one person in the head multiple times. That man was rushed to UK Hospital, but we are told he is expected to be okay. Meanwhile, others in the area say that group of suspects fired multiple shots as they ran away. Neighbors tell us 2 homes were hit. Police, however, say they are unsure if any homes were hit, but do say they found evidence that at least 3 shots were fired. Now, as you mentioned, this all happening just as students return to campus ahead of the start of classes tomorrow. UK police officers circulated all throughout campus for about 30 minutes after that shots fired call and did determine campus is safe around 2:30 this morning. Anyone with information is asked to give police a call. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, police are investigating after human remains were found in northern Kentucky. Arlington police say an employee at a nearby business found the human remains off of Dixie Highway yesterday. They say the only identification they have so far is that remains are from a white male. Authorities are not ruling out the possibility of foul play, but they say more time is needed to investigate.
The time this morning is 5:36 on WKYT, and a Pulaski County School Board has decided not to penalize a superintendent who took some photos that some considered controversial. Science Hill leaders called an emergency meeting last night to discuss these pictures of Rick Walker. The superintendent says they were to help his daughter win tickets to a One Direction concert last month. Walker says he was pleasantly surprised by the quick outcome of the meeting.
I'm not trying to be glib. I'm not. I wish I'd have figured out a way for that picture that we would have won the contest.
A school board member tells us the issue could come up again if another member brings it up. That is not likely, according to the member. The next school board meeting is September 8th. If the photo controversy were to be discussed again, that's the soonest that could happen.
The Fayette County Board of Education has approved a tax increase. During its meeting last night, the board approved raising the tax on real estate and personal property by 2.1 cents. So now the tax rate will be 74 cents per every $100. The school board did not raise the tax on motor vehicles. This was also the first school board meeting for new Fayette County Superintendent Manny Cogg. He spent part of the meeting going over his entry plan for making the school district better.
New this morning, the mayor of Somerset says the city will drop a lawsuit against the state auditor. That's according to our partners at the Herald Leader. The lawsuit was levied against Adam Edlin after an examination of Somerset's former budget director Jimmy Hogg and his office. The auditor found that Hogg misused city money in 2010. But the city spokesman says Edlin did not have the authority to investigate its finances. The mayor says Edlin's office gave the city more time to respond to the findings. Kentucky Sports Radio host Matt Jones says he is thinking about running for Congress next year. Jones told listeners that if he runs, he would seek the 6th district seat currently held by Republican Andy Barr. Jones says the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee called him back in May and asked him to start consider running. He thinks they are looking for a different kind of candidate.
That's probably why they were interested in me to begin with, is I do think there's a change in politics. Donald Trump is an example of that, but it even goes back to when Arnold Schwarzenegger won, when Al Franken won. I think there's a difference. People do sort of want a different type of person.
A spokesperson for Congressman Barr said that he is a big fan of Kentucky Sports Radio, but he thinks the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee is confusing politics with Kentucky athletics. Jones says he hopes to decide whether to run before Big Blue Madness in October.
Well, as the Ashley Madison hack saga continues, authorities say the hack may actually be linked to suicides. The adultery site is based in Toronto, Canada. Police there say there are 2 unconfirmed reports of suicides linked to what's called the data dump. In addition, police say users have been receiving extortion emails saying their information could be erased for a fee. They say this is a lie, that the information cannot be erased. The parent company of the website is offering a $378,000 reward for information on the hackers. All eyes are on Wall Street this morning as investors look for signs of stabilization. China's main market is struggling to gain ground this morning after plunging for a 4th straight day. Stocks took their biggest tumble in 8 years yesterday. It sent main markets around the world into a tailspin. Here in the U.S., the Dow plunged more than 1,000 points yesterday. However, analysts say people should focus on diversifying rather than panicking.
If you're approaching retirement and you've got 80% of your money in stocks, then your portfolio is upside down. It should really be closer to the other way around. If you're 26, this is a speed bump. It means absolutely nothing. Keep pouring money into the market.
And to help stabilize global markets, the Obama administration has called on China to move toward a more market-determined exchange rate. Can you make heads or tails of that? Market determined.
Right. Well, something we'll certainly be watching in the day ahead.
Yeah, we'll see.
And a lot of people are watching those numbers carefully. Time to check live drive traffic this morning and see what is going on. Early on your Tuesday, of course, we have been reporting the situation down there at Maxwell and High and the closure at Oliver Lewis Way this morning. That is a major issue, and folks can use alternate streets to get around that at the moment.
And of course, a reminder of just a lot of traffic issues over there on the Leestown Road widening projects, Alexandria Drive, Trailwood, all that area has been kind of congested. So keep in mind that that work is still progressing over there, and it's a little bit of a tight spot on Leestown Road.
And around our campuses, wherever you are, Lexington, Richmond, Moorhead, other places, it is very busy now with campuses coming to life for the students in for the year.
Yes, back in class.
A lot more news coming up on WKYT this morning.
2 special talents combined to smash a world record. Meet this 14-year-old multitasker from Michigan in just 5 minutes.
And we're looking across the way in the 50s outside. Perfect weekend store. That takes you off into the weekend. We'll be dry every single day. It's a possibility. I'll show you that forecast coming up next.